Okay, welcome back to grade 11 business studies. This video, I want to look at the topic of business operations, and we are going to look at the question paper of November 2023. We're still working on that question paper. So we're going to look at all our questions that we have on our business operations. So let's not forget to subscribe and share. Let's share the link to our colleagues who are doing business studies at grade 11. Let's get notified. Let's turn on the notification button so that when we upload new videos, we get notified. More typical examination questions are going to be uploaded on this channel. So going to our question, you'll see that we are going to look at this question, which is going to be our question 3.6. And our question reads, read the scenario below and answer the question that follows. You are given an extract of eco trading advertised position for a purchasing manager on the business notice board. They indicated that the person should preferably have a diploma in management, the purchasing manager suppliers. So this is an information that I given. And on the question part 3.6.1 is identify two components of the job analysis applicable to the position at ET. Motivate your answer by quoting from the scenario above. So obviously, we need to identify two components of job analysis. But we need to understand also what is job analysis. But generally, job analysis, we're talking about the process of identifying and determining the responsibilities. It might also identify the requirements and also identifying the nature of a job in detail. So this one to so all the component parts. And remember, our question is asking us to identify two components. So what the components are, it should be that is describing either job duties, okay, for knowledge, describing skills and abilities of the employee or the worker that needs to be employed, and then also the experience also can determine the component. So going to our question now, we try to identify what we have in terms of those components. If you go there, you would see that let's just try to go through the information that we have. So if you come on this sentence, they indicated that the person should preferably have a diploma in management. Preferably, have a diploma in management is indicating job specification. So this is indicating your job specification as a component of job analysis. And then we move on to the next sentence. It is saying ordering stock and liaising with suppliers. So this is what this is a duty or a responsibility that we have for the purchasing manager. So obviously, this now is indicating your job description as a component of job analysis. So we have those two. So our question is saying use the table below as a guide to answer the question 3.6.1. So we got a table that are given here. Let's take note the question has got 6 marks. And the squares are 2 components, which means each component has got 3 marks. So we are just going to present it on the other section as such. So go to the other section, you see that we have got job specification, and then your motivation, you say the indicator that the person should preferably have a diploma in management, which is the first motivation that you have for job specification. The second component for job description, and all the motivation part, the purchase manager will be responsible for ordering stock and liaising with suppliers, just like that. So this is what we have. Then move on to the next question. It needs a difference between piecemeal and term-related salary determination. So obviously, on the piecemeal, this is just the piece rate system whereby you are saying the total quantity of outputs are produced by each individual worker determines the salary that that worker is going to get. So salary is determined on the quantity produced. That is the piecemeal or the piece rate, and then all the term-related salary determination is usually applied to those businesses where there are no outputs that are being measured in terms of quantifying of outputs maybe might be very difficult, and then they use the time related salary determination whereby you're saying the period that you are at work determines your salary. So this is not measured in the total output. Time related is measured on the time that you spend on the job. That is the explanation that we put. But the question is saying differentiate between piecemeal and the time-related salary determinations. Obviously, we're going to come up with the differences that exist between the two. So we go to the other section, try to see what we have. So under piecemeal, first point is saying workers are paid according to the number of units produced, yes. And then at time-related, workers are paid according to the time they spend at work. So this is the first difference that we have. Then on the second one, workers are not remunerated for the number of hours worked, regardless of how long it takes them to make the item. So this is just pointing out that it's based on the number of units again produced there. It's not based on the time that is spent. Then On the other hand, time related say workers with the same experience qualifications are paid the same salary scales regardless of the amount of work done. So workers of different experiences, also of the same experience, same qualification, will be paid at the same amount, which is different from piece rate. Piece rate is based on total output. So this is what we have for the second difference. The third difference is saying mostly used in factories, particularly in the textile technology industry. So basically, in the manufacturing industry, that's where we see the piecemeal being applied, because we can it is easy to quantify the total output per worker. So it's very easy to apply it in a manufacturing business. So this is what we've done. Other term related, many private and public sector businesses use this method. Public sector, we don't have the issue of producing number of units, so it's very difficult to quantify output per individual worker. So that's why we apply the time related method. So this is the third difference that we have. So this is what we have on this question. We move on to the next part of the question, which is saying advise business in the legal requirements, all the legal requirements of an employment contract. So the question has got 6 marks. So obviously, we need to raise some points, at least 3 points there. Then legal requirements of employment contract. Remember, the employment period also is also a legal requirement. We can have also the issue of the application of the time offs. We're talking about the sick days and other leave days that might be there in that business, also constitute the legal requirements. And also the code of conduct and code of ethics also describes the legal requirements. So those are some of the items that we're going to look at. So the question is saying advanced business on the legal requirements of an employment contract. So we've got a rundown of the legal requirements that we have here according to our response. The first one is saying employment contract is an agreement between the employer and the employee and is legally binding. So this is the first that we have that can constitute the legal requirement. The employer and employee must agree to any changes to the contract. And then the next one asks it during the course of employment. And no party may unilaterally change aspects of the employment contract. And then we've got the employer and the new employee must both sign the contract. So here I can just maybe try to explain this one. We say no party may unilaterally change aspects of the employment contract. So when the contract has been signed, there's no way that terms of the contract can be changed. It's very difficult to do that. That's what the point is trying to say. Then the next one is saying the employer and the new employee must both sign the contract. So for the contract to be valid, both parties must sign, the employer and the employee. So go to the next one. The employment contract should include a code of conduct must explain the terms and conditions of the employment contract with the employee. So the employer also should explain to the employee so that there are clarifications that are made in terms of some of the terms that are not clear. So this is what we have. The next one is saying it may not contain any requirements that are in conflict with the BCEA. It may not contain any requirements that are in conflict with the BCEA. So we're saying no requirements, no terms of employment should be in conflict or should be in disagreement with what constitutes the BCEA. So exactly as we have the next one, conditions of employment, that is duties and responsibilities of the employees must be stipulated clearly. And then the remuneration package, including benefits, must be clearly indicated. That all business policies, procedures, and disciplinary codes rules can form part of the employment contract. Then the employer must allow the employee to thoroughly read through the contract before it is signed. So it is the rights of the employee to read through the contract before signing. So it means it's not a matter of signing, it's a matter of comprehending the terms, and then you agree to it as an employee, then you sign. So these are some of the legal requirements that we have according to an employment contract. So hopefully this video was helpful. Let's stay tuned for more videos to come. Let's not forget to subscribe and share. Let's share the link to our colleagues who are doing grade 11 business studies. Let's meet again in the next video. As for this video, I'm signing out.